What's up, guys? DB Talking Now, DB Talking Birds, DB Talking Philadelphia Eagles, the DB Talking Now podcast. Welcome, everybody. Happy Friday. Let's go ahead and get into it. Let's go ahead and get into some things that I wanted to talk about. Obviously, just first things first, I want to pay my respects to the family of first round draft pick cornerback Jeff Gladney. Very unfortunate loss for the NFL, very unfortunate loss for the family, very unfortunate loss for Jeff Gladney himself. Big Play Slay, what's up, my man? Welcome to the chat today, my dude. Happy Friday. Big Play Slay says, yo, what's up, DB? What's up, Big Play Slay? What's up, my man? OTAs underway. Jalen Hurts coming into OTAs with apparently a different throwing motion. Tell me what you feel about it, Big Play Slay. Me personally, we've heard this before. I'm pretty sure Carson Wentz, came into one of his seasons with an adjusted throwing motion. We've seen it with different quarterbacks. The thing is, it's great. It's great. I'm happy for Jalen Hurts. I'm happy that he spent so much time trying, working on his passing mechanics and throwing motion throughout the offseason. But the true test is going to be, what do you do when the bullets are flying? Bullets, aka obviously, defensive linemen, edge rushers, things of that nature, defensive back blitzes coming at you in the heat of the moment. Do you resort to your old habits, or do you continue to progress with the new ones that you're trying to develop? That's going to be the key thing. And the only person that I can really think of in Eagles history over the last 10, 15 years that's actually done it successfully is probably Michael Vick, honestly. Andy Reid took him under his wing, and they developed a completely new quarterback. Obviously, he was still Michael Vick, but, we know what we saw from then on. Big Play Slay says, I think Hurts' release got quicker, but I have to see the full progression on the field. Yeah, that's the thing too. I mean, it's really hard to tell right now, especially with these practices, because we're not going to really be able to tell until it's live, and that's why I think it's so important that actually Hurts plays in the preseason this year. I understand the philosophy of wanting to keep your guys healthy and things of that nature. And, to Nick Sirianni's credit, look, we were pretty much, for the most part, a pretty healthy team last year, but I think this year is probably even more important than last year when it comes to reps, practice reps, preseason reps, anything, things of that nature. So, I'm gonna be really looking for that. Here's the thing that I'm actually really excited about is obviously having AJ Brown on the team now. AJ Brown going up against the number one cornerback, the number one defensive back on teams, which most likely means that most of the time Devontae Smith is going to be lined up against the number two cornerback. That should definitely open things up. That should definitely open things up for not only Devontae Smith, but obviously Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts more importantly. This is an exciting year. This is going to be an exciting year to see what happens. I think there's a make or break. It's a make or break season for the running backs on this squad. It's a make or break season for the quarterback. The only thing I can actually really say right now is that the wide receiver position is probably solidified for the first time than it has been in a long, long time. Obviously, giving the four-year deal to AJ Brown, and then obviously Devontae Smith now has 3 more years left on his rookie contract. So that's gonna be really good. It's gonna be really good. And we haven't even touched on the defense yet. So there's that as well. But as far as Jalen Hurts is concerned, I've got to see him in live action.
I've got to see him continue to, you know, I've got to see him continue to develop as a passer when the bullets are flying at him. You know what I mean? Often, too often do quarterbacks go into the offseason, with the intent, with the goal in mind to, change their throwing motion to develop themselves as passers, and then they get into the regular season and it turns to shit because the bullets start flying and they resort to old habits. And I hope that's not the case for Jalen Hurts, because honestly, I believe that that's going to be the difference between him being the franchise guy and him not being the franchise guy. So there's that. Sorry, guys, if I seem a little tired. Long day at work. Long day at work. But we're done. We're done now. I still got 3 more days left to go in my work week. Long days, 4 days, 10 hours. I get up at 4:45 a.m. in the morning to be ready for work by 6 o'clock. Get off at work by 5, but usually there's more to do after 5 o'clock. So usually sometimes goes from to 5:15, 5:30. But it is what it is. It is what it is. So as far as Jalen Hurts is concerned, let's jump back to this real quick. As far as Jalen Hurts is concerned, I think there's going to be a few things that one, obviously it's not just one fold, right? It's not just on Jalen Hurts. It's not. The Eagles have enough weapons now where the coaches can help out Jalen. The coaches have some responsibility now too. And we saw this with Tom Brady when he was in New England. Whichever running back that they put back there in the backfield, Tom Brady would find use of that running back on checkdowns, things of that nature. Anything that you can do to pick up 3 to 5 yards, boom, that's 3 to 5 yards. That's 5 more. That's 5 more yards after that 3 to 5 yard, completion, until you got another first down. So, we have a Boston Scott. We have a Miles Sanders. We have a Kenny Gainwell. And I'm specifically speaking to Kenny Gainwell and Boston Scott when it comes to the passing game. Quick catching, quick twitch, guys that can catch the ball out of the backfield. You do a check down to those guys. They can slither and get 5 yards. They can slither and get 5 yards. Boom, bada boom. There it is. It's going to be really important for the coaching staff to be able to make sure that Jalen Hurts is looking to those guys, even when the play is let's say, even when the play is called to go to, Devontae Smith on a deep crosser, right? So that's the thing. That's the thing too. Is like now, this is just Madden, but for example, when I just want to wear down a defense and I want to do it quickly, I'd hit those checkdowns. I hit those running back checkdowns. You know what I mean? I hit those 5-yard in routes to the tight end, or or the 5-yard option route, curl to the side, curl, or either to the sideline with the tight end. Those are the things that Jalen Hurts is going to need to look for. It's like on a deep crosser, Devontae Smith might be open, but let's say he hasn't finished his route yet. Jalen Hurts isn't feeling the pressure yet, but if you have your guy right there open for 5 yards, just take the 5 yards. Take the 5 yards. Live to play the next down. Live to play the next down. Yeah, I mean, you can let your fans complain about it later, where it's like, okay, if he just waited a split second longer. No, there is no split second in the NFL. There is no split second in the NFL. You got to get the ball out in 2 to 5 seconds. Check downs, boom, bada boom, bada boom. And that's why I think that this team is going to be would be a good play action team if that's if that's the direction that they actually go in this season. And it seems like they've set themselves up for that. Obviously, with adding a guy like AJ Brown, who is not only a phenomenal pass catcher, but is also great at run blocking as well. Speaking of wide receivers that are decent at run blocking, um, let's talk about J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. Obviously, they moved him to tight end. He's not going to make the team, guys. He's not going to make the team. It's a last resort. Um, he's not going to make the team. Grant Calcaterra, and look, there's been a mixed bag on Grant Calcaterra, but I know this for a fact is that the dude was ranked on some boards as a second round draft pick before he got hurt, and did phenomenal things with Jalen Hurts when they were both at Oklahoma together. So I have a feeling it's going to be Dallas Goedert, Grant Calcaterra. It's going to be Jack Stoll. I said all along last season long, like I have good feelings about Jack Stoll. He reminds me of a young Brent Selleck. Said that all along. So, so yeah, I'm not worried about the tight end position, and I'm also not worried about also not worried about also not worried about JJ Arcega-Whiteside actually making a roster spot as a tight end. That was a last resort, a last resort type of move on their part. The question is I do want to jump back to how I started off this stream, which is paying homage and paying respects to obviously 25-year-old cornerback, first round draft pick, Jeff Gladney, who was struck in a car accident early morning on Memorial Day. Real shame. Great talent. Had a lot of life left to live, and such a shame. And I pay my respects out to his family. And also, honestly, there was another death as well. Marion Barber. Obviously, Eagles fans know Marion Barber really well. Former Dallas Cowboys running back. I believe was found dead in his apartment. And I say this news lightly. I really do. I never wish that on anyone. It's just honestly really, really sad to hear. And Jeff Gladney and obviously Eagles wide receiver Jalen Reagor were great friends. They played together at TCU, and I do want to come out and say this, that obviously, Jalen Reagor hasn't been what we'd hoped he'd be as a player for the Philadelphia Eagles. But there are Eagles fans out there that are saying some inappropriate, insensitive, and I'm putting it lightly, type of things in social media towards Jalen Reagor regarding the two close friends that he lost back-to-back years, and it's just not cool. It's just not cool. That's just not what we're about. That's just not what we should be about. It's just not cool. Man. So as a content creator for Eagles fans, I got to come out and say, like, I know that we don't like Jalen Reagor as a player. He hasn't done much for us, but that's way beyond the spectrum of appropriate and inappropriate. So Those people who are doing that need to check themselves. That's for damn sure. Honestly, guys, I hope that Jalen Reagor does a good job. Honestly, I hope that every single fucking player on the Philadelphia Eagles does a good job, even the ones that we love to hate and hate to love. Every single one of them. Like, I hope Jalen Reagor turns it on. And what a great story it would fucking be if he does. What a great story it would be if he does. If Jalen Reagor just all of a sudden turns on the magic, turns on the ability, because he has he has elite slot wide receiver written all over him. The dude just can't put it together. He has Deebo Samuel potential written all over him. He just hasn't put that together. And that's okay. That's okay. That is really, really okay. He's not Justin Jefferson. He was never going to be Justin Jefferson. They're two different players. Jalen Reagor is going to be Jalen Reagor. Okay? Whether they're highs or whether they're lows, they're all going to look different. So, and it's gonna be, and I believe that they're gonna keep him. I don't think that they're gonna trade Jalen Reagor. I don't think that that's happening this season. I really do not. So it's gonna be imperative for this coaching staff to actually see if they can do something with him. And it's gonna be imperative for him to see if he can actually get something going. So, but guys, I'm really excited about this offense. But here's the thing. The biggest question mark, the only question mark really that I have, honestly, is Jalen Hurts. I'm not worried about any other position on the offense. It's quarterback. Can he get it done? And god damn, I hope so. He does. Here's the thing: is like a lot of people were comparing him to Donovan McNabb throughout the season, and there were low points for me and my belief in Jalen Hurts throughout the season last season, and I was like, "There's no fucking way. There's no fucking way." Like Donovan McNabb, are you fucking kidding me? No fucking way. He reminds me of Donovan McNabb. He does remind me of Donovan McNabb. I think Jalen's got a bit more swagger, and I like that. Donovan was goofy. Jalen's got a cool breeze. You know what I mean? He's got a cool breeze vibe about him. I mean, he shows up to practice with the shades on, but he's got the beard. He's got the he's showing up this offseason in a manly, mature manner. But he looks like a leader. And look, that's one thing that we have never been able to dispute is Jalen has never not looked like a leader. Never, not once. So the point is when we come back to this, we had this conversation last offseason too, is it's got to equate on the field. It's got to materialize itself on the field. And God almighty, I hope it does. I really hope it does. He's got his best friend in A.J. Brown, who just happens to be one of the top wide receivers in the NFL, coming to this team this offseason. And then he's got another number one wide receiver in Devontae Smith going into year 2, who's going to be going up against number 2 cornerbacks all season long. So that's the other thing as well. Zach Pascal, who I believe was an underrated signing because Nick Sirianni knows how to use Zach Pascal, and we could see some great things. And also, I think that there's room to be said that we might see Britton Covey actually take over that 5th spot. But then again, you also got Quez Watkins. I could see Zach Pascal coming in on third down, Quez Watkins in at third wide receiver on first and second down in the slot. Zach Pascal is going to be more of a excuse me. Zach Pascal is going to be a little bit more of a versatile Greg Ward. That's what I would say Zach Pascal is. But even Greg Ward, you look at it now, you look at the wide receiver now, there's no worry. AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, Quez Watkins, Zach Pascal, Greg Ward. And then you hope that Jalen Reagor turns it around. Or Britton Covey makes the team. Here's the thing, too. The Eagles, we as Eagles fans, we know this. Eagles will make a specific spot for return specialists as well. So Britton Covey probably make the team regardless, depending upon how he does at that position in camp. But, he has a history of being able to do that really, really well. And I think that he's actually the closest thing to an elite level return specialist that we've had in a long, long time since Darren Sproles. And that's saying something because he is an undrafted dude from fucking, what was it, Iowa? Utah. I don't remember what fucking college it was. But anyway, we haven't even gotten to the defense yet. And there are so many things to talk about when it comes to the defense. But we're definitely going to talk about them. And but we're going to save that for another stream. But hey guys, I appreciate you all joining in with me. This is DB Talking Now, DB Talking Birds, DB Talking Philadelphia Eagles. This was the Open Conversation episode 2, season 2. And then as well, overview of the offense. But thank you guys. DB Talking Now, DB Talking Birds, DB Talking Philadelphia Eagles. Stay safe, stay healthy. One love. Go Birds, baby.